Who's enjoying the math? Who enjoying the math? Who enjoying the math? Previously on Kimba TV. Crazy, because there really shouldn't have been support right there. This is the level that it should have swept for. So for it to reverse right back like that, incredibly bullish. But identifying the level that's weak, knowing that you could lose it, knowing that if you lose it, what will be the level? Well, I was a little bit too ambitious, but obviously stop the lows, point of control, CME gap. Yo, I swear to God, the market makers read my Discord post yesterday and they were like, oh, hell no. Nah, front run this. And then they knew that I was on a long work call in the morning and they were like, do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now. I had a really good work meeting today. I think I know what my end of the year bonus is gonna be, so I don't wanna jinx it, so. But yeah, let's get lettuced up and I mean, we already had beat this to death, right? So identify your poor lows, you know, confluence there, sweep structure. I mean, everything played out really nicely. It's crazy because this is exactly what I was thinking would happen yesterday. I mean, obviously they don't give a shit about us, but it's almost like they read what I posted and they were like, nah, fuck that. We can't let the Kimba gang juice. And they knew that I had my end of the year performance review phone call and they did it today. They were like, all right, do it right now. He's not going to be streaming for a while. Luckily, we talked about this shit so much. Dude, they stopped out the lows, man. The bad lows. Let's go. Yeah, crazy. Bad, and bad. And quinky dink. What a coincidence. It's 618 pixel perfect. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this is what I thought was gonna happen yesterday, but it happened today. Okay. So again, same thing. If we get above this, it's actually ironic that it's getting a little bit of resistance there, but that's okay. All right. But you know, if you remember, if you reclaim this, then for sure, that's guaranteed mathematically. It's the same shit again. In fact, now you have so many trap shorts, this is gonna be accelerated this time. This time, it's not gonna do this. It's gonna go. So we just, like bulls, we just gotta get to like 37.4. If we could just poke that thing, and just go beep, it'll go, oh shit, Sato lick. Yeah, but first things first, right? So it's the same thing as we talked about yesterday. Got to get above it. If we do, guaranteed, mathematically, and then 37.4 would be an interesting level for the short squeeze to start. Tranquilo. Mattman, what's going on? Bird, what's going on? Tamer, Trader, Rogerlicious, Wysek. 1K to 100K is a little bit too boring for me, Milk Tea. So the lowest that I was willing to do is 10K. Yeah, but you're gonna notice that I am going to do the 10K to 1 mil and 200K to 2 mil challenge differently. You'll see it. Just sit back, just watch it, and, you know, and let's have fun with it, okay? You know what I mean? I'm gonna have my serious trade, you know, so, and remember, don't fuck trying to copy trade shit, okay? I'm always trying to tell y'all, like, do you understand what the fuck going on? And I'll always try my best to explain it to you guys the best that I can, you know? So it's about, do you understand what's going on? There you go, Black Sail. Yeah, so it's the sweep high, right? So it's really just about probabilities, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So it's like, just like how we were talking about, okay, where would you want to long? identify good levels. Okay, those are a shit ton of bad lows. Okay, it cross-references with point of control and a mathematical Fibonacci level. So we said if it sweeps, that's a valid long, right? And so same thing here. Like you can see, can you see that that's bad, 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 weak, poor / weak, poor. So drink is what we have been anticipating since November 1st. So for almost 3 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking about this sweep. We remember we were talking about this sweep, that sweep. So the only ones that are left is this and these. Just like we swept this, now there's an even bigger cluster down here. So you know what I would like? Okay? And until something changes dramatically, OI, CVD, the upward moving trend, every pullback, I'm trying to long. That would be a juicer short? Yeah, and you know there's still going to be a motherfucker that shows up. Why did you take that short? You know somebody's still going to show up talking about, why did you take that short? Can you tell me why? It didn't make sense to me. I thought we were going to go to 42. Why? Why did you take a short? You probably just got lucky. Yeah, so I don't know if we're going to grab that top high. That would be the most likely. That's the most highest probable. It would be the easiest for the market makers to do. But I'm fully aware of some goofy shit like this. And it doesn't grab that yellow one. I'm fully aware of that too. So what do we always talk about? Just identify your levels. As it approaches that level, look at data. For me, it's open interest, but you could probably start paying attention to CVD, to be honest. All right. You know, and then see if it's actually worth taking a shot or not. So if the open interest looks like this, and this fucker does this, yeah, I'm probably gonna close my long and start trying to get into a short from here to there. You know, if it does some shit like that. So I'm you know, my TPs haven't changed. My short attempt hasn't changed, and it would have been great if I was able to add, but my money didn't hit fast enough on the other exchanges. But regardless of if I added or not. This is something that we talked about for fucking 3 hours, just like literally the whole day yesterday. Okay. And this is exactly, oh my gosh, look at what's happening, y'all. Okay. So there should, I mean, we already know what it is if it's above the green line. We already know what it is when it's above the green line. We just went over the math. We also went over it yesterday. Okay. Brim Burke, what's going on, boy? All right, so the math is the math, the plan is the plan, okay? It really doesn't matter if you didn't get into a long down there or not, okay? I would say that the only thing that would be wrong to do is get into a short there or close your long down there, right? That's the only way that you could have done something wrong. But like if you didn't enter a long there, like I didn't get a chance to add, it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? But we talked about that shit. We anticipated it. You know what I'm saying? We Gucci Magooch, right? So like I said earlier, man, I'm having a great day today. You know what I'm saying? Price action's doing the nasty. You know, my end of the year bonus check is gonna be nasty as well. All right. Some people are like, why do you work if you make more money, if you make more on trading? I actually think I'm gonna get more from my bonus check. Bugatti. All right, we Gucci. The math is the math. Okay, quit playing with me. All right, so what does the math say? Once you get above the value area low, you're gonna have a high probability of rotation. You're pretty much guaranteed, you know what I'm saying? So can we get to 37.5, 37.4? Okay, because there's gonna be a short squeeze. Uh-oh. Yeah. Why do you only trade BTC? Well, I think the answer is for the short amount of time that you've been watching, I've only been trading BTC, yeah? And so just like trading, brother, get off that 1 minute time frame. Look at the bigger picture. You got to have a bigger sample size. Bugatti. You guys enjoying this shit or what, ladies and gentlemen? It's not a random coincidence it got rejected there. It's not a random coincidence. It's trying to find support here. Ladies and gentlemen, the math is the math. Can't predict the future, but we know how to identify where the door is. We know where the entrance to the club is. We know where the bathroom is. Alrighty. Oh boy. That point of control is exactly what when we were looking at Sato. Did he get liquidated? 374. Oh no, he barely missed it. Yeah, so remember, this is where we were talking about, well, if you were even thinking about shorting, this would be the first place. Also, I would assume TPs would be happening by like disciplined traders. Not me though, I'm going full degen on this bitch. Okay, but nobody should be surprised though. You gotta enjoy this shit, ladies and gentlemen. Who's having some fun? I'm not even capping. It's actually not a bad attempt, okay? But you need S&P to reject at 45.40. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, shorties. Everybody that was shorting got the Bugama TA from earlier in the morning, right? Anything above 450, if your entry is above 450, dude, you have a fucking fantastic entry, and the math is on your side. Get it? If your entry is above 450, you're killing it. I mean, it's that value area high, basically, right? I mean, Gucci, if you got like the 500, you need a 30-minute candle close below value area low. Even better would be below this, because this is most likely just it's over. Burbeezy says, in your opinion, the 38.5 sweep is still the higher probable move? In my opinion, yes. Okay, if they keep holding this bullshit, I mean, we all see it. As long as that bullshit is going, yes, I think so. Just common sense wise. Alrighty, but at the moment any of this shit breaks, which is why, Burbeezy, were you here? But I was nerding out pretty hard on like my stop losses and shit, because I put all of my Kraken and all of my MEXC to protect that, right? So the breakage of this is basically gonna trigger my stop losses. And my next long attempt would be here, stopping all of this out. Brrr. Dink. So like because of what just happened, I had to move up my stop losses now. You know, because were you here when we were like navigating through the club, bro? Because this is like classic almost like a swing failure pattern into the value area high, right? Got rejected right there. Couldn't even turn this to try and attempt again. Just immediately rejected out the club. Okay, so if you really look, you never had 30-minute body candle closes inside the club. Okay, not only that, but it looks like structure-wise there was a bearish retest. And this motherfucker is gonna start to look like a bearish retest. So you just gotta take what's in front of you. You know what I mean, Burbeezy? That's why I'm putting my stop losses up, and I was nerding out so hard. You know, because we're starting to, it's starting to, you know, Emilio, no. I've been in this trade for how long? I don't know, five days or something like that. So it was Gucci. If it stops me out, it still won't be too bad. But for me, Berbizi, I don't really care too much if I get stopped out. Because I know that this is all gonna get grabbed later. Okay, so that if they do that, that just gives me confluence for this. Okay, however, if I get this first, then I'm not gonna take this. It's more like down here. I think all this will get fucked. All right, Berbizi. So if it's like I win either way for me because I know that I gain extra confluence if we leave all that behind. So if we leave that, then I have confluence. I'm gonna be pretty confident about that, right? But that fucking thing could still be like $1,000, $1,500. You got to be careful. So just have a plan and do your best. You know, identify the level. Obviously, the safest thing is to all right? And then you swing high, swing low, maybe go, you know, and whatever you get filled is whatever you got. So yeah, it's all Gucci. I'm more interested, and so I mean, dude, I would love that. I would love that. But I think if we get this first, I don't think I'm gonna long that. Because I think it would be like a full rotation to like this shit. This is what I would say. Let's say, for example, like we're at 37,000 right now, right? And the sweep is at like what, 38.2 on Bybit, 38.5, right? And then I think 38.3 on CME. Obviously, the Coinbase and the CME are the most important for me, anyways, right, Berbizi? So that means that if for some reason it goes down there, it completely stops me out and then it rips, then I'm only really missing that 37 to like 38.5 or whatever move, and it's not that big of a deal. And for some reason, if instead of sweeping it and tucking back below the sweep level, they start to turn that into support, if the CVD is that obvious, I can actually think like entertain possibly like a golden pocket pullback, because that level, that sweep level is gonna get penetrated, right? And it's probably gonna go to like a 7.5 rotation. So I might actually, if it doesn't look that bad, I might even think about longing that if it looks like we have a shot to go to 39 or 40. So I can always just kind of play it level by level, but I've already been in this for so long, and you see the structure on the 4 hour. I just need to do the right thing and move it up. So if they get me, even after all these times I was trying so hard to avoid getting stopped out, on the 5th or 6th time they get me, so be it. And I'll just be able to improve, you know? But it's all good because, you know, technically that's what's supposed to happen anyways. I'm fucking retail. They're supposed to come and get me. So yeah, I mean, at this point, I've had this fucker for 4 or 5 days, and if I have to settle for, you know, 80K instead of what do I have right now, 120, it's not that. I won't cry over it. Yeah, so you'll see it live, Berbizi. You know, if I get like stopped out, there is like a small chance if I get stopped out live, and if it's a sweep, I'll get right back in that bitch. And I'll keep the MEXC window open, so if I do take a position, you'll see it right away. If I do get stopped out, Roger? Yeah, but for the most part though, if you kind of think all the way back to tomorrow morning, Berbizi, I don't know if you were one of the people that got to see the Discord post before the dump happened first, but this is what we were talking about happening yesterday, if you remember. I hate being like that guy, okay? But this was bullish, okay? This is what I'm talking about. Let's fucking stop out all the longs. Why would you stop out the longs before what? Doing the full move. So, you know, the logical argument that you could make if you're in the short from like the 500, you know, when we were doing that live too, is, hey man, we're below the value area that you wanted to be above. I see that, motherfucker. So yeah, that's a logical argument that your short is going to work. I still don't believe it. Okay, if it was really gonna be bearish, I would have liked to see like stable volume, not descending. So, anyways, we'll just I'm gonna just have to get I'm gonna just get stopped out if I get stopped out, Burbeezy. It'll just be structure. You know what I mean? And if they get me, they got me. Yeah, but this is what happened earlier today is exactly what I wanted to happen yesterday. And so if this had happened yesterday, then you know, and here's the thing. Remember, I don't know if you were here earlier, but remember the talk about how when you claim this, you're gonna see the full rotation to 37.5. That actually happened, and then it tucked back below. So that's actually another logical argument you can make about it being bearish, right? Because the whole thing is like, cool, man. If you can get above here, you're gonna be able to rotate to the value area high. Right, Burbeezy? But dude, that fucking happened and then it tucked back in. Oh shit. So it's like an opposite sweep. It's like you got a sweep, but it's like a bear, it's very bearish. Yeah, so you know, if they come and get me, the structure is gonna start to change. So, and you know, I had an opportunity to short that, but I didn't take it. So I just I gotta live with it, Burbeezy. Yeah, that's about it. Damn, I was really hoping we were gonna break through the fucking VIP. I thought we had a shot. Oh, they just made Binance their bitch.
Shut up, bitch. You gonna learn today.
I bet Sam is jacking off right now in jail. Listening to this. I feel like if you're running an exchange, you can deal with all the shadiest people, except for if you fuck with anybody like that Homeland Security doesn't like, that the government deems terrorist, you have just fucked yourself as an exchange. It's like, dude, just don't get involved with terrorists. And I feel like the United States wouldn't fuck with you. But the minute that you even change $1 of tether from a quote unquote terrorist organization, oh, you're fucked. Let's go S&P vibe with me. Just use the guest room bathroom. Let's go. Let's keep vibing. 40 minutes until Macaulay. Math. Oh! Go. Go. Nasty. 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 Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Biddy coming with the dumpy. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Macaulay in 39 minutes, Bugatti. Did Janet Yellen just like pass out on stream or something? Did I miss something? Did Janet Yellen just like pass out? 38 minutes until Macaulay. It's going to be an interesting Macaulay Culkin hour, ladies and gentlemen. 36 minutes. Macaulay. 40 minutes. Let us up, ladies and gentlemen. How we doing? Hey. What a juicy fucking day. Hey, who's fucking in the short from the VIP line? Uh-oh. Hands up if you're in the short from the VIP line. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you guys loving this or what? Crazy, right? I hope you have enjoyed the narration. Who juicing? I know a bunch of you guys are juicing. Yes, Project Pat. Check it out. We'll talk more about it in the upcoming days, brother. You gotta love this, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta just let the math find its own way, you know? Come on. 34 minutes, Macaulay. Remember our plan, ladies and gentlemen. Proportionate on Kraken as well, ladies and gentlemen. How we doing? You better be juicing. You better be juicing. I know you are, Hegemonia. Yes, yes, yes. Latams says the plan is the plan. Let's talk. Let's go. Juice. Cupid says you are the best. Cupid, you're the best. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to everybody paying attention. Shout outs to people mathing. Burbeezy, Skit Moha, 001.
You just said.
Roger Lissa says, "Gotta stop though." That's all right, big boy. That's all right, big boy. I mean, you can clearly see. Look. I have 30 Bitcoin left, right? Based off of this Fibonacci, y'all. I mean, I told you guys and showed you guys the limits, but just in case, even if you didn't, like, you know exactly where the rest of my 30 are. So let's get nasty. Let's get nasty, just in case it's some, Macaulay Culkin bullshit. I still got a little 30 left, little thing. We gonna let us up. We gonna sip on this horchata. All right. Let's get nasty. $20 minutes. 20 minutes. Dick Flex says, do you still think it could bounce from here? Well, I'll tell you what. Look at the candle and then look at the open interest and you tell me what happened. People like me, longs got stopped out, right? So that's not a bearish move, okay? Like when it pumps or when it dumps and people are just getting squeezed, that's not organically strong. Alrighty. On top of that, like we drew this Fibonacci level, and it's probably going to be in the clips, but I drew it like this. I went like this behind the 786. So they got me, bro. I mean, that's okay, but obviously I still had more here like that, right? So I don't know if you heard like my whole little spiel when I was explaining to Burbeezy all this already, but I had to man up and just take the fibs, man. Burbeezy says, thanks, Kibo, for helping your shoulders. Let's go, Burbeezy! Bugatti! 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 Uno más! Stop loss! Oh, there it is! I salute y'all. I'm out of the trade. Cubano says, I heard that CC declined Insta short. Let's go, baby. How we doing? 25 seconds. Let's go, baby. Hey, 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 hey. Come on. Bugats. Woo. Come on. Ow. No. No mames! No mames! No mames! Let's go! Let's go! Bugats! Bugats! Let's get it! Toro says, I was sleeping. What just happened? What is the plan? I'll tell you here. The plan, do you remember what the plan has been for the last 2-3 weeks? And more importantly, just instead of memorizing numbers, do you know why? Okie dokie. Dennis says, why you went all degen there? It's not all degen. If it was all degen, I would have had my limits filled. I showed you my limits. I didn't get filled for all of them. Yeah, but some of you guys aren't remembering what we talked about, and I kind of drew it, okay? The next place that we want to long is down here. Whoops. Somewhere down here. Okay? Bad, 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 bad. Right? Alrighty. So I'm just having a little bit of fun, and I shorted the bearish retest. That's all it is. That's all it is. And I have my stop loss and profit. So I will make, I think, 18 from Kraken, and I'll make 5 from MEXC, if I'm wrong. And the limits that you saw, I already canceled. Okay, any questions? And let's just let us up and have fun. There's still a single print up there. Okay, but all jokes aside though, right? Like you guys know exactly what the thangity thing is, right? I want to short the 38.5, 38.3 CME, right? CME is 38.3. So CME and Coinbase is what matters the most, including these levels, okay? We already kind of talked about, well, fuck, man, why aren't you going to long that? Why aren't you going to long that? So we've already kind of talked about that. That's still a valid long. There's point of control, volume, you know what I mean? Sweep of a, so that's still a valid long or a TP, however way you want to look at it. Just identify the levels, okay? And for some reason, if this creeps back inside, then I'm going to flip long on the bullish retest. I've identified the levels. If it's going to hold as support, then I'm going to long that bitch. If it's resistance, I'm going to short that bitch. So, you know, it's not that big of a deal. If I get stopped out, then I'm willing to flip, okay? But now you're at a point where you have no fucking support. Nobody wants to fucking get this shit here. So, I mean, you would think about that. You would think about that. Obviously, a sweep of that. But for me, I'm not longing until this. All right. But I just drew it for you guys on stream. I went like this. Anyways, if you're not in it, not that big of a deal. If you're in a long, not that big of a deal. All right, I'm rooting for you. Okie dokie. I can't lose at this point. I hope you're in the same position and we can just both juice. Alrighty. But yeah, there's no other places where I would think about longing now, because that one is done and that one is done, and now we're kind of changing the thing. Okie dokie. But anyways, this I'm taking this like during Macaulay, right before daily candle close, and like I said, my stop loss is already in tiny P, so it'll just be a free roll. Okay, I don't know if it's going to be able to hold this gap. Just pretty self-explanatory. You know what I mean? We're all looking at this, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if I get stopped out in tiny P. You know what I'm probably going to be looking at, right? I'm no longer looking for longs, and as we talked about, all of these bounces, I would be looking to short. Okie dokie. That's it. So unless that gets turned into support or something like that. So don't put too much emphasis into. I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun with y'all, okay? But believe in yourself, alrighty, and have a logical thought process, have good risk management, and take a shot. I don't know what your entry is. I don't know what your leverage is. I don't know if you're long-term, short-term. So, you know, do your best, and let's get nasty with it, ladies and gentlemen. So anyways, yes, yeah. So I mean, the 33.8, the sweep of that conceptually is my target, but I'm going to just make sure that my stop loss is in profit, brother. You Gucci with that? Okay. Did you see what my entry is, brother? I'm going to, worst case scenario, I'm going to make 5K. And I'm okay with that. If this fucker round trips, good, God bless the market makers. Okay. I'm not really tripping, brother. And you have to be in that sort of scenario as well, okay? It's gonna go to where it's gonna go regardless of your fucking, you know, baby dick position, yours and I's baby dick position. I hope I don't get stopped out, but if I do, it's baby profits. I'm gonna just give it away to you guys anyways. All right, stay safe, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are the fucking best. All right, don't forget. Longers, I'm rooting for you. Shorters, I'm rooting for you. All right, bulls, bears, we're all lions, ladies and gentlemen. All right, shout outs to you guys. Hey, Sato, remind them what happens if they don't use stop loss, though. Remind them what happens if they don't use stop loss.